Good morning, everyone. This is Yeshua said my name. I hope you all are well. This is another ecumenical update. It seems like there's something coming out all the time concerning Pope Francis and this ecumenical one world religion. Pope Francis and Ahmed Al-Tayyib, Grand Imam of Egypt's Al-Azhar Mosque, pay homage at the tomb of the founders, Abu Dhabi, February 4th, 2019. So this is an updated ecumenical news story here where Pope Francis, and I'll play you the video in a minute, stated that God permits other religions, including Islam, and that we are all we have one and the same Father, which is Abraham. Well, Jesus himself addressed this issue in the scriptures when the chief priests and leaders of his day said, "Why do you accuse us of being illegitimate children? We all have one Father. Our Father is God. And Abraham is our father." And Jesus told them, "Do not suppose because Abraham is physically your father that you are all children of God." Jesus refuted this in the scriptures and said that you must be born again to be a child of God. Simply saying that your father is Abraham does not make you a child of God. And Jesus himself said this. This Pope does not preach the gospel of Christ, that Christ is the only way, the truth, and the life. He is the narrow gate. There is no other way to come to the Father except through him. He does not preach this, and that you must be born again. Stating here in Rome, April 3rd, Pope Francis has further clarified his controversial statement issued in Abu Dhabi, in which he appeared to state that God wills the existence of many religions. Now, this is in complete fulfillment of the book of Daniel and Revelation. I mean, we're seeing these things happen in our lifetime, brothers and sisters. This isn't simply speculation or a matter of personal opinion. This was prophesied in the scriptures, and it's coming to pass. The Pope says here, this is his quote here, and I'll play the video for you, but some may wonder, why does the Pope go visit the Muslims? And he goes on to say here, God permitted this reality. There are many religions. Some are born of culture, but they always look to heaven. They look to God. But what does God will is this fraternity among us in a special way. Hence the reason for this journey with our brothers who are sons of Abraham, like us, the Muslims. God permitted this. Now, Jesus actually stated against this. He said, simply because you call God your father or you're born of Abraham does not mean that the children born of the flesh are actual children of God. Those who are born again of God's Spirit are children of God. Now, let's take a listen to what Pope Francis says, and commentary will follow.
Può domandarsi, ma perché il Papa va dai musulmani e non solamente dai cattolici? Perché sono tante religioni, e come mai ci sono tante religioni?
Now, Jesus never created many religions. He said, I am the way. I am the narrow gate. There is no other way to the Father except through me. So for Pope Francis, who is the prophesied Antichrist, according to Daniel and Revelation, to say that there are many religions, many paths, this is the one who was prophesied that will come looking like a lamb on the outside, but speak the words of the dragon.
Ma con I musulmani siamo discendenti dello stesso padre, Abramo, no? Ma perché Dio permette che ci siano tante religioni? Ma Dio ha voluto permettere questo. Ha voluto permettere questa realtà. Ci sono tante religioni che alcuni nascono dalla cultura, ma sempre guardano il cielo, guardano Dio. Ma quello che Dio vuole è la fratellanza fra noi. E in modo speciale per questo viaggio con i nostri fratelli, figli di Abramo, come noi, i musulmani. Non dobbiamo spaventarci della differenza. Dio ha permesso questo, ma sì dobbiamo spaventarsi se noi non facciamo lavori di fratellanza, di andare insieme sulla vita.
Now, I want to make this clear that this is not the gospel. This is universalism. This is a one world religion. This is what the ecumenical movement is all about. So I'm going to leave Pope Francis' quote up here. I just played it for you. However, I'll leave the quote up here so you can read it. In Matthew 3:9, Jesus himself said, and think not to say within yourselves, we have Abraham to our father, or as our father. For I say unto you that God is able of these stones to raise up children unto Abraham. So Jesus was saying here in Matthew 3:9, do not suppose because you're physically Abraham's children that you are children of God. He's saying don't fall back on that. What is the Pope saying here? Oh, we all have one Father who are sons of Abraham like us, the Muslims. We must not be afraid of the difference. God has permitted this. No, Satan is the author of confusion. There is simplicity in Christ. All right? Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes unto the Father except through me. He did not say because you are children of Abraham that you are to compromise the truth of the gospel, the truth of the doctrine of Christ for the sake of peace. That is what this man is doing. He is aligning himself with the kings of the earth and committing fornication against the gospel. He is committing idolatry and spiritual adultery, which is what Revelation 17 and 18 and the book of Daniel prophesied against the one true God, while claiming to take the name of God in vain, saying that he represents Christ. No. Jesus said, suppose not that I come to bring peace on the earth. I come to bring a sword of division between those who will stand with the gospel alone and those who will not. Ending this video, Jesus said, Matthew 3:9, don't say within yourselves that we have Abraham as our father, for I say unto you that God is able to, of these stones, raise up children unto Abraham. In other words, flesh is born of flesh, spirit gives birth to spirit. Jesus said, you must be born again. What is of the flesh does not mean you are a child of God. No matter what you practice, where you sit in church, whatever mosque you attend, it doesn't matter. If you have not been born again of God's Spirit, you are not a child of God. You are a creation of God, but you are not a child of God according to the gospel of Christ. So this has just been another ecumenical update here. It seems like there's something coming out about Pope Francis every day. I hope you guys turn in soon. More to come soon, Lord willing. God bless.